What if I told you that women in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s are seeing their DEXA numbers improve? Not just hold steady, but improve. I'm not talking about a miracle pill. I'm talking about real women sharing real stories in real online communities right now. Women who are told, it's just aging, there's not much you can do. Women who were handed a prescription and a pamphlet and sent on their way. Women who, instead of accepting that, decided to ask one simple question: what else can I do? Today, I want to share what they did, and the one thing every single story has in common. Because when you see the pattern, you realize this isn't luck. This is a system. As a gentle reminder, this is educational, not medical advice. Your doctor knows your full health picture best. These are real community experiences shared publicly. Individual results vary. Now, let me ask you something. When you were sitting at home with your DEXA results in your hands, or maybe you're there right now, did it feel like you were the only person in the world going through this? Your friends don't talk about bone density over coffee. Your doctor, if you're lucky, spent maybe 5 or 7 minutes on it before moving to the next patient, and you're left with a number, a T-score, and 100 questions nobody seems to have time to answer. But here's what most women don't realize. Online, in communities of thousands of women just like you, this conversation is happening every single day. And the stories, they're remarkably consistent. Same fears, same frustrations, same fierce desire to do something, anything, beyond just waiting for the next scan and hoping the numbers don't get worse. Let me share 5 stories that stood out to me. The first is Margaret. She's 71 years old, and her DEXA came back showing osteoporosis. Her doctor said, take this medication, and moved on. Now, Margaret isn't against medication, but she wanted to know, what else can I do beyond the prescription? So she started reading. She found a book called Great Bones, and it shifted her entire perspective on what was possible. She bought herself a pair of 8-pound hand weights. Not a gym membership, not a personal trainer, just 2 small dumbbells she could use in her living room. She joined a silver sneakers class at her local community center. 3 mornings a week, same time, same group of women. She added a few targeted supplements, vitamin D3 with K2, magnesium glycinate before bed, and she started paying real attention to her protein, aiming for at least 25 to 30 grams at every meal, which most women her age simply aren't getting. 8 months later, she went back for her follow-up, DEXA. Her numbers had improved. Not dramatically, but measurably. The trend had reversed. Her takeaway: you don't need to join a CrossFit gym. You just need to start and stay consistent. The second woman, let's call her Diane. She's postmenopausal, and her bone loss accelerated the moment she went off hormone therapy. When she saw her DEXA results declining year after year, she made 2 decisions. First, she went back on HRT, working closely with her doctor. Second, she completely overhauled her nutrition. More leafy greens, more calcium-rich foods timed throughout the day, more protein, and she cut back on the hidden calcium thieves: excess caffeine, excess sodium, carbonated drinks. Her next DEXA showed an 8% improvement in her spine density, enough to move her diagnosis from osteoporosis back to osteopenia. Now, notice what she did here. She didn't choose between medical treatment and lifestyle. She chose both. And that combination, that's where the real results showed up. The third woman posted on Reddit at age 70. Her exact words, shared publicly on the platform: I have reversed my osteoporosis. Now, I want to be clear here. This is her personal experience, shared publicly. Individual results vary significantly. She used a supplement protocol combined with a medication called time loss, prescribed by her endocrinologist. She also increased her protein intake significantly, something her previous doctor had never even mentioned. Her philosophy was simple. I didn't choose between natural and medical. I chose both. And at 70 years old, her DEXA showed the kind of improvement that most people assume isn't possible at that age. It is possible. She's living proof. The fourth story went viral in the bone health community. 142 upvotes on Reddit, which for a niche health topic is enormous. A postmenopausal woman diagnosed with osteoporosis decided to treat her own body like a research project. She didn't have a medical background, she was just determined. She researched bone remodeling, pH balance, calcium absorption pathways, the role of vitamin K2 in directing calcium to bones instead of arteries, everything we've been talking about in this series. She changed her diet methodically. She tracked everything in a journal. She experimented with timing, when to take supplements, when to eat calcium-rich foods, when to exercise. And her next DEXA showed reversal. No medication, just the science, applied patiently and consistently, month after month. The fifth story is a cautionary tale and an inspiring one. A woman diagnosed with osteopenia at age 47. She ignored it for 2 full years. She felt fine, life was busy, there were kids and work and a million other priorities. Then she stumbled across something called the LIFTMOR protocol. It stands for Lifting Intervention for Training Muscle and Osteoporosis Rehabilitation. It's an evidence-based exercise program studied in clinical trials designed specifically for bone density. She committed to it, heavy, controlled, progressive lifting. She combined it with targeted nutrition, and her numbers started moving in the right direction. Her message: it's never too late to start, and it's never too early to take it seriously. 5 women, 5 completely different approaches. One used light weights and a senior fitness class. One combined HRT with nutrition. One paired supplements with medication. One went all in on dietary science. One committed to heavy progressive resistance training. But here's the thing that stopped me in my tracks when I read through these stories, and I want you to really hear this. Every single woman did the same 3 things. Number 1, she educated herself about how her bones actually work. At the remodeling cycle, the signals, the science. Number 2, she changed what went on her plate. More protein, more bone-supporting nutrients, fewer bone-depleting habits. Number 3, she added weight-bearing movement to her week. Not necessarily heavy, not necessarily at a gym, but consistent. That's it. 3 things. No magic, no shortcuts, no secret formula, just the science we've been covering in this series, applied consistently, over time, by real women who decided their diagnosis was not the end of the conversation. Now, here's what I want you to notice. These women chose different paths. Some went fully natural, some combined lifestyle changes with their doctor's treatment plan. Some used HRT, one used a bone-specific medication alongside supplements. So how do you decide what's right for you? How do you take these stories, these patterns, and translate them into your next step? That is exactly what the next video covers. In my very next video, I'm covering natural approaches versus medical options for osteoporosis, and how to have an informed, confident conversation with your doctor about your path forward. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss it. You are not your T-score, and information is where agency starts. This is the conversation your doctor didn't have time for.